playing some scary basketball.
For New York. Screened by Lucas. Hughes. And he's good on the three ball.
When Hughes knocks down threes,
Williams against Scott. Pass to Wade. Rebound by Williams. The Knicks off to a quick start here. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
and we saw how competitive and entertaining the season series was between these two terrific teams last year.
Both these teams are beneficiaries of tremendous coaching. Both have high hopes for the season. I expect to see a chess match tonight. Yeah, tough start, 0 for 4. Just relax a little bit.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low, it's tipped. Oh, trying for it, and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And GA, you started your career with the Knicks. What?
After winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
And the Knicks making a change here. Markkanen's checked in.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Hughes against Wade. Hughes kicks to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing, and that's off the glass and in.
Well, you want to get Markkanen as many touches as you can. Get him into a rhythm. This guy's skilled.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. The Bulls third.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, Scott. And that time, also a missed shot. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Heat in Miami.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
You know, that one's a tough one to take. You force the extra session, and then you have the heartbreak of not being able to get it done in the extra session. Brutal.
Here's Scott. The Knicks making the shot. They get it again. Abdul-Jabbar kicks to Scott. Middleton the pass away. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. Rebound by Williams. The Knicks leading by 9. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Recycling. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Middleton finds Scott. Wade outside, beyond the arc. And the Bulls with another miss. Been
a tough stretch for this guy right now. Looking a little out of sorts.
Marking in a screen on Wembanyama. Here's Hughes. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the paint. They swipe it. Pass to Peterson. Over Middleton. Peterson, that's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for the Knicks. And then for Chicago, Harrington comes in for Wade. And James subbed in for Byron Scott. Middleton outside. Back to James. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
The shot by Hughes, no good.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Another three for Chicago.
And if you're trying to get the most out of Middleton offensively, put him in catch-and-shoot situations.
Jacks up a three, and Chris Middleton pulls it down.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
Hughes against James for three. Middleton. It's rebounded by New York. Markkanen looking it over. Now Hughes. He has 5. Down low. Here's Cycli, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Chicago making some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Alexander Walker comes in for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Wade in for Chris Middleton. Harrington down low. Markkanen on him. Gasol setting the pick for Wade. James outside. Just 5 on the clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. In the corner, it's Hamilton. Williams against Wade. That's to Fernando. To the middle, here's Sefolosha. And Sefolosha with the jam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Puts up a deep three. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that does it for the first quarter. Knicks lead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchup defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got Markkanen, Rip Hamilton out there with Williams. And it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Fernando in at the 5. They're the group. New York will start the second one.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backcourt. They are really controlling the inside.
Sefolosha kicks to Hamilton. Markkanen against James. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
I'll tell you, good physical play from Markkanen right there. Puts the defense in a bad position and gets the whistle.
Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
Now Williams, Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. Kick out to Hamilton. Back to Williams. There's a screen. Three-pointer, Markkanen. It's rebounded by Gasol.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Scott. Hasn't made one yet. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Gasol.
Well, not much you can do there defensively. Marc Gasol, just too much size to stop from that range.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Chicago making a switch here. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Hughes. From the arc. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
Launches it from deep. Scott can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now, here's Markkanen. Last game we saw him score 14. And the three off target. The Knicks leading by 7. Markkanen dishes to Williams. Pass to Hughes. Here's Cycling. Over Harrington. Off the iron that time. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside, Scott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wembanyama, he's checked in for him. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wade for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Markkanen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Scott against Williams. Pass to Hughes. Here's Cycling. Shot clock at 5. No good off the front iron. Outside, Scott. To the inside. Abdul-Jabbar. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Outside, Williams. Outside, Markkanen. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Bulls trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Knicks making a change here. Hamilton's checked in. Jalen Williams is checked in for the Bulls. Now, here's Scott. Still without a basket. Williams with a clean look. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
What confidence by Jalen Williams. Just ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, saying, I'm going to get this off before you can do anything about it.
Picked by Markkanen. The shot by Hughes, no good.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Here's Scott. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. 1:35 left now here in the second. Cycling. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. A 3 from Bogdanovich. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen's got 11 rebounds in the game. Markkanen a screen on Scott. The shot by Hughes, no good. Bulls trail by 6. Here's Scott. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 51 seconds left to play in the first half. And the basket by Cycling.
Yeah, In football, they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
Outside Williams. Pass to Scott. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. From the top of the key, he buries it.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop it.
Hughes, the pass to Markkanen. No good from outside.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Scott against Hughes. With the hook shot, it'll go, and the Knick lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Knicks out front. They lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. In the Western Conference, Kobe Bryant.
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
Yeah, he's the man on the squad right now. Defensive scheme him every trip up the floor, and it makes no difference.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ballgame.
Their keys to the game have been opening all the doors. Just a high-caliber overall performance.
Yeah, the offense is rolling. You can tell they're having fun out there. I'm having fun just watching them.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
It takes a lot to dominate a game without shooting lights out, but that's exactly what he was able to do with his play on the glass.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. We've got Wade. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Kareem, and it's Scott in at the point. And Chicago has possession after New York gets the 3. Pass to Wembanyama. Shoots over Lucas. Wembanyama, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
An efficient score. Kobe White effective with or great without the ball in his hand.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
D-Wade hits from deep.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Hughes, good.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken free shots. He's made free shots.
Williams against Scott. Middleton inside the three-point line. That one misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Fires for 3. Hughes, good. And now a 10-point Knicks lead.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Lucas. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. And you look at Abdul-Jabbar. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Abdul-Jabbar, a screen on Williams, and the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. And here are the Knicks. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Hughes against Wade. Hughes, the pass to Peterson. Inside. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. So, Greg, in 2021, the NBA creating the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Social Justice Champion Award. It's so great to recognize the work that's being done by so many NBA players.
It does, Kevin. And these players who are not just giving back, but giving a voice to the less fortunate and trying to shape policy towards justice and equality.
And so here is Chicago. The Knicks making the shot. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority.
15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
I'll tell you, they come out of the locker room, they are a step slow on the defensive end.
Wembanyama, a screen on Williams. Wade with no one around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Right side, Williams. Cycling. Lays it up and banks it in. Cycling's got 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Second chance shot. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Scott against Williams. They set the screen. Good on the bucket.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Hughes against Wade. Hughes kicks to Markkanen. From outside the arc, Scott pulls it in.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Markkanen sets the pick for Williams. Pass to Hughes. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Hughes got 25 points.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Wade outside. Abdul-Jabbar sets the pick for Wade. Back to Wembanyama. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Scott. Cycli pulls it in. Cycli's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Peterson. Outside Williams. And here is Hughes. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Bulls trail by 18. Here's Peterson. Hughes, the pass to Williams. They set the pick. Pass to Hughes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. Buries it from 3-point range. Hughes got 31 points.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight. Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Scott against Williams. Here's Cycling, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. And so it's the New York Knicks taking a 19-point lead into the break. Defense. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Williams. Cephalosha is out there with Markkanen. Then there's Richard Hamilton, and it's Fernando.
Ball. Watch the screen. I got your help side. Watch him. Kick it out. Hey, step out. Time out. Corner. Pick. Get the board. Screen coming. I got your help. Pick. Get it. Not here. Rebound. Out. Match up on Byron. I got it. Don't get hit. Byron. Timeout. Go over it. Watch Byron. Out. Don't let him get it. Right here. Timeout. Screen. Jamison. Shooting. Take a break. You got it out. Shooting. Shooting.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Still in the early stages of the season here, but some people are already talking about MVP and Rookie of the Year, Graham.
You know, I think it's a little early for that. I mean, those decisions are a long way off. But, you know, B.A., I guess it never hurts to take a peek.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. They've got Cunningham, and it's Lillard in at the 1. Lillard deciding where to go with it. Here's Gervin, guarded by Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Gervin, pass to Drexler. 17-foot shot on the way. It's hauled in by Reddish. And it's the Mavericks ball. Here's Arenas, outside Durant. No one on him. Makes an easy one.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
Cunningham, a screen on Reddish. Over to the wing. For three, here's Lillard. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Sarr with a screen on Lillard. Inside, deflects the pass. On the break. Here's Drexler. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Boy, Drexler is a physical matchup for just about any defender. Draws a lot of fouls and whistles.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for the Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
Arenas' shot is off.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Back to Lillard. Unloads. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Operating from mid-range, that's a shot he likes. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Here's Arenas. The 3-ball. They get the rebound. Outside Reddish. 3-pointer. Hits a 3-pointer.
Intelligent ball movement. The offense looking one step ahead there.
Lillard outside. Pass to Drexler. Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. They set the pick. Lets it go from the wing. The 17-footer. And it's Cunningham missing. Outside Durant. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And the Mavericks have stressed the importance of defense to winning at the highest level, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they felt that fortifying the team at that end of the floor would get them closer to